You already going out? You already going on tour? It ain't gonna be up north, buses. I'm going up north, I'm what?
Bitch, you chasing, stupid ass Norte, I'm racing. You a wearing red, I'll make you give me head.
Have you been to Sacramento yet?
Hell no, I ain't going out there unless I'm with CML. We ain't get, I'm out of bounds, baby. I stay down south.
I was gonna say, like, if you get booked up there, you gonna take the booking or no?
I'm taking the straps. I ain't going out there. I'm way out of bounds. I wouldn't want to even touch grounds right there.
Oh.
I wouldn't. People on the blog saying that, oh, he's DC Norte. So what? I am DC Norte, and I would never go up there. I'm not stupid, and you would never come down here.
Okay, this is my question. I know a guy, and he's from a Mexican gang, right? He got NK tattooed on him.
That's feed me.
Huh?
That's right.
What is that? What would you assume that stands for?
I just mean that's right. Dead homies. F them dudes. On the gang, I'll never do a song with a Norteño.
You said I dissed you in my last song, I really didn't. Hey, Lefty, you a bitch, now I really did it.
Lefty Gunplay have had some back and forth.
Yeah, Frank.
What did that start over?
One day I just woke up and he was just saying, hey, fuck Lazy Boy. I didn't even know where it came from. I was like, what? Like, it was nothing that happened before. It was just random.
Turn you to my child. Don't make me your mama doggy style. Hey, Frankie Foreplay, you the dumbest nigga out of LA.
What's up, Rata? What's up with the honey? I'm gonna wait for you outside, fool. Caught you slipping. You ready? You want them ones? Yeah? Fucking Rata, homie. The square, fool. Cow part, homie. You snorting, nigga. Remember that, you suck ass nigga. This nigga's a rapper, this nigga's scary, nigga. Bitch ass nigga.
Angel gang of PC, that shit is unacceptable. Didn't Lazy Boy just get caught with a transsexual? Cause he tryna diss me too, I think he got a crush on me.
How we gon' catch you when your ass don't even be in state? You out the way up in LA thinking you a hella ball. Stepped out of bounds thinking he's safe, they did him hella cold.
What up, YouTube family? This is the Sticky Situation TV presents. Before we start the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and I'm on the road to 100K subscribers by the end of the year. So today, we're going to the west coast of the map in the state of California. There has always been a separation between northern Latinos and the southern Latinos in California, even before the gangs. The northern gang members are Norteños and the southern gang members are Sureños. For decades, there has always been a rivalry between the two gangs till this day due to prison gang war politics from the 1960s. To make it sound simple, the Sureños or Southerners from Southern California dominated and outnumbered the Northern Latinos in the California prison systems. The Southern gang members would become the notorious prison gang, the Mexican Mafia, and the Northern Latinos would also start their own prison gang, Nuestra Familia, which means in Spanish, our family. The Mexican Mafia and Nuestra Familia would soon become rivals in prison in the late 60s. These northern and southern gang members would take their prison beef to the streets. To simply break it down, the northern part of California is dominated by Norteños and the southern part of California is dominated by Sureños. In Central California, you have a mixture of both gangs and even other gangs like the Bulldogs from Fresno who beefs with both gangs. In Northern California, the city of Oakland has a small gang called Border Brothers that stick to themselves and also beef with the Nortes and the Sureños that migrated to the city. These politics can get confusing. Although Southerners or Sureños come from Southern California, some migrated to Northern California, starting off their own hoods in certain cities. But this is not always the case. You have Sureño gangs who start off their own hoods in Northern California cities, who are straight born and raised in Northern California and don't even have any connections to Southern California. This would cause a big issue in some of these Northern California cities since it was the north and naturally Sureños don't come from Northern California. In Southern California, you will not see Norteños or Latinos from Southern California born and raised in Southern California randomly want to start and claim a Northern California gang. Norteños from California usually stay in Northern California unless they branch off to different cities and states, starting off their own hoods and setting up shop. Sacramento Sureño rappers Chito Ranas and Jalisco are born and raised in Sacramento, California, from a Sureño hood called Howe Park, aka HPS, that was around since the 90s. Chito Ranas said in an interview the only reason he became a Sureño was because his older homie told him to, since he had his own issues with Norteños. This gang/hood is surrounded by rivals all throughout the city. Not only Norteños dislike the gang, but also Bloods and Crips disliked them. This makes Hal Park alone with no allies or connections with other gangs in Sacramento. Rap right-hand man Jalisco would still be dropping music and reaching big numbers on YouTube. Chito Ranas and Jalisco were doing bigger numbers than the northern rappers at the time. Jalisco would be doing features with other Sureño rappers like Swifty Blue and Trouble Kid. Everything was looking good until the unfortunate happened on July 31st, 2022. In San Jose, California, officers responded to reports of shots fired at about 3:55 a.m. on a Sunday in the 300 block of Umbarger Road. Initial reports said the shooting sent 2 men to the hospital, but police said one of the men was pronounced dead at the scene and the other victim self-transported to the hospital with a gunshot wound and was expected to survive. The man who was shot and killed was 25-year-old Brian Alberto Lopez Fajardo, also known as Sacramento Sureño rapper Jalisco. This would be devastating news to Chito Ranas, who is still doing time in prison and is like a brother to Jalisco. Chito Ranas later spoke about how the murder of Jalisco traumatized him and put him in a deep depression. There wasn't much Chito Ranas was able to do at the time. Not only was he in prison, Jalisco was not killed in his own city. Jalisco was shot and killed in the Bay Area city San Jose, which is heavily dominated and controlled by Nortes for decades. Being a Sureño running around San Jose or the Bay Area period is a dangerous game. Sureños stick out like sore thumbs in Northern California, especially a city like San Jose. A year later, in the summer of 2023, a 33-year-old man named Noel Cortez was arrested in connection with a double shooting in San Jose that left Sacramento rapper Jalisco dead. Noel Cortez was extradited from an Arizona state prison complex and booked into a Santa Clara County main jail on suspicion of the shooting that occurred on July 31st, 2022. It was later known that the shooting was gang-related and the shooter was a Norte from San Jose. San Jose rapper Lazy Boy mentioned Jalisco's situation on the diss track Bluebird that we will later speak about. On the diss track Bluebird, Lazy Boy says he was flexing on the gram till the gunners found him. Salute to you-know-who.
Hey, Chito know better, he don't talk about me. He was flexing on the gram till the gunners found him. Salute to you-know-who, they seen his bro and down him.
After 4 years incarcerated, in 2023, Chito Ranas was released out of prison and instantly moved to Southern California. This was because of his fame, and he wouldn't last too long in Sacramento or anywhere else in Northern California. He signed to OTR Records and began doing big numbers on YouTube. He dropped his first music video in years called All the Smoke that's over 3 million views till this day. In the music video, Chito Ranas showed himself putting out a blunt on a golden diamond pendant that said the word Taliban. Chito Ranas would also go on IG Live wearing this gold chain, dissing someone telling to come get their chain back. Chito Ranas made it clear that the chain on his neck that read Taliban was snatched off someone that he had issues with. The chain originally belonged to a Sacramento Norte named Tali or Taliban from the north part of Sacramento called Del Paso Heights. Taliban is affiliated with Nortes from a hood called Northgate, where the popular rapper Lil TYS is from that was killed in 2022. Taliban is seen on the Sacramento rapper Tone Loco 3300's music video called Locked In, sporting the Taliban chain that Chito Ranas has possession of. Allegedly, Chito Ranas and Taliban been had issues way before the chain was took, and on top of that, the Nortes from Northgate been beefing with Chito Ranas' hood Hal Park Sureños, aka HPS, for years now. There's a famous video that went viral of Chito Ranas sitting at a probation office getting checked by Norte, who was calling him out for a fade and dissing his hood while Chito Ranas just sat there doing nothing. This was an embarrassment for Chito Ranas after hearing what he raps about on his music. Allegedly, the Norte who was in the video behind the camera checking Chito was the Norte Taliban who later got his chain jacked. This was definitely the reason why Chito Ranas was trolling with the chain so hard.
What's up with it, honey? I'm gonna wait for you outside, fool. Caught you slipping. You ready? You want them ones? Yeah? Fucking rata, homie. Scrap, fool. Out part, homie. Snort that. Remember that, you suck ass. This nigga's a rapper, it's scary.
But Chito Ranas didn't snatch the chain himself. It is alleged that some of his homies snatched it somehow while he was in prison. While Chito was in prison, the Norte rappers took over the rap scene in California, something vicious. Norte rappers from all over Northern California was on fire like Acito, Rico2Smoove, GB, Lazy Boy, Bandz from the Rose, Young Iggs, D. Cineros, Babyface Wood, and Lil TYS, just to name a few. A lot of these northern rappers were on fire, hitting millions of views. Lil TYS was doing major numbers on his own YouTube channel. He was definitely the hottest Norte rapper at the time. When he got signed before his death, it was said that he signed the biggest deal a northern rapper has ever signed. When Chito Ranas was released from prison, he started dropping music instantly, and a lot of his music, he started dissing the North Sacramento hood, Northgate heavily. Not only was he trolling with Taliban's chain and videos, he started even randomly dissing Lil TYS, who had recently been killed in 2022 in songs and interviews. Chito Ranas didn't even know Lil TYS. He was definitely doing this for the clout.
How that nigga die if he had a blick? Last time I popped a nigga, I knocked off his hip. Through the swamps, not with me, I wanna pull his skid.
When they killed Jacob, I know that shit hurt. Huh?
As a kid, I never thought I could live like this. Jacob mama sad, asking why he died like this.
When Lil TYS was alive, he dissed Chito's hood, referring them as AA batteries, since Chito and his people rep the AA, which means art and arcade, the part of Sacramento Hal Park is in. While Chito Ranas was recently released from prison, he would again be arrested not too long from being released for possession of a gun in 2023. Some of the Nortes from Northern California opened a successful cannabis brand and cannabis club, Backpack Boyz, located in the LA area. Certain rappers like Lil Weirdo from San Diego would hate on Backpack Boyz for no reason, which was strange because it is said that Lil Weirdo doesn't even gangbang and isn't an actual Sureño.
Everybody on this live know why we want to do Backpack Boyz. Everything else you said is all Gucci. It's A1. Backpack Boyz, that's out the equation though, my boy.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah. Everything cool though. It's not Backpack Boyz. We want to smoke that shit.
Nah, they cool. They're cool. You know, it's all politics at the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
It's all politics.
Yeah. But I'm tapped in, bro. We gotta get something going.
They're Nortes, we're Sureños, weirdos.
Yeah, fool. Don't be messy on my line, nigga.
That's why we said it's politics.
Fool, they're what the people don't know a damn about gangbanging.
These southern rappers were not feeling the fact that Nortes were coming to LA starting a business. It is said that in prison, Nortes and Sureños have a peace treaty for now, but in the streets they are still at it with each other. The rivalry with both gangs falls into the rap music. Baldwin Park rapper Lefty Gunplay started popping off in the rap game in 2023, who was also signed to OTR Records. The Sureño rappers were trying to catch up on the level that the Norteño rappers were on at the time. Lefty Gunplay started doing big numbers, hitting millions of views on YouTube, but this wouldn't last too long. Lefty Gunplay started falling off quick in his rap career, from millions of views on a few music videos to only reaching 100k views. His music even started declining itself. Fans would complain on the comments on how horrible the songs were. Lefty Gunplay started just freestyling on songs without putting any time into them. He went from fans thinking he was the next big Latino rapper from Southern California to people trolling him over his interviews and whack songs. He started averaging 50k views on most of his recent music videos on his YouTube channel. People would troll him about his interviews, saying that he was on crystal meth. It got to the point Lefty Gunplay would address all of this on interviews. He would complain about everyone trolling him and say that he wasn't on drugs. One time on an interview, he threatened to break the fingers of someone who went viral for drawing pictures of him. It got to the point that his interviews were doing more numbers than his music. Lefty Gunplay would jump on an interview and diss Nortes on No Jumper and on a bootleg Kev interview.
This is my question. I know a guy, and he's from a Mexican gang, right?
Don't tell him he's Lefty Gunplay.
He got NK tattooed on him.
That's feed me.
Huh?
That's right.
What is that? What would you assume that stands for?
I just mean that's right. Dead homies. F them dudes. On the gang, I'll never do a song with a Norteño.
Okay.
That's about it.
That's what I thought it stood for,
I would never do a song with a Norteño, dog. They diss the homies all the time. F them too. Prison's different. I'm not gonna talk about prison. That's a peace treaty. But out here, I'll never do a song with them.
Okay.
I'm from LA, dog. They will never do a song with me either. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. They made some good music, but I don't listen to the music. You know No, they talented, but they diss the hood. As soon as they diss my believings in a song, I don't listen to it. I turn it off, boom. I don't want to listen to any red flag Norteño shit. I listen to Southsiders. I support Mexicans out here, and that's what I am. I got Southside all over me, dog. I will never listen to a Norteño. To the dude that had the NK tattooed, that's right.
Have you been to Sacramento yet?
Hell no, I ain't going out there unless I'm with CML. We ain't get. I'm out of bounds, baby, on the gang. I ain't going with Chito. I ain't going with them. I ain't going with nobody. I stay down south.
I was gonna say, like, if you get booked up there, you gonna take the booking or no?
I'm taking the straps. I ain't going out there. I'm way out of bounds. I wouldn't want to even touch grounds right there.
Oh.
I wouldn't. People on the blog saying that, oh, he's dissing Norte. So what? I am dissing Norte, and I would never go up there. I'm not stupid, and you would never come down here.
Well, I've noticed like a lot of the OGs are uniting from the south and the north.
I don't want to speak on the OGs. I don't speak on prison politics. Prisons. The streets is the streets. But I talk about music. We're talking music-wise. Whatever they got going, hey, I listen to that. My politics are different. I don't speak on that.
Right.
So what I speak on though is music-wise. People say Norteños are better than Southside rappers. This is for music. They're not. They're hard. I don't bump none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they stay dissing the homies. So why is everybody all butthurt that I'm saying fuck them? Because they stay dissing us. You know what I'm saying? They stay dissing us, calling us, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. To each is his own. I'm gonna make music from my side. Hey, shout out to the world, man. Blue Devil, I like the way he puts it. He just keeps it real, dog. And he makes me see it the way that I see it, but I just can't get the words out. But he just like, it's a big topic. It's everybody saying, Lefty says, I would never do a song with them. I would never go up there and go to their side of town. And I don't think they would ever come down south. I never seen a Norteño. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing. It's another subject. I never leave it like that.
Lefty Gunplay said on the Bootleg Kev interview that Nortes won't come to LA, and he was about to say that he never seen a Norteño in LA. Also, a video clip of Lefty Gunplay came out of him dissing Nortes, and specifically San Jose rapper Lazy Boy. 3 days later, Lazy Boy pulled up to LA and did a no jumper interview after Lefty Gunplay said Nortes won't come out to LA.
You already going out? You already going on tour? It ain't gonna be up north, buses. I'm going up north. I'm going. Hey, no. He's on tour. Busters, I'm going on tour with Lil Weirdo on May 17th. Anything they gotta go up north, I ain't going there. Lazy boy, you. That's viral. We're going viral. That was quit talking about me. Quit talking about me, big dog. We in LA. KJ gang, 13. And we roll wild.
Lefty Gunplay have had some back and forth.
Yeah, Frank.
What did that start over?
One day I just woke up and he was just saying, hey, fuck Lazy Boy. I didn't even know where it came from. I was like, what? Like, it was nothing that happened before. It was just random. I don't know why. I think he was like doing a little interview outside. Like a little like quick 5-minute interview or something. Some guy standing on the street. And I think he said something like, they ain't gonna come down here. They know better. But the funny part was I already had no jumper booked. And he said that like 3 days before I came down here. That was my first time down here. Yeah, but man, like honestly, he just smoked out, man. I was just having fun. You know what I'm saying? Playing back a little bit.
Right, cause you responded a little bit here and there, right?
Yeah, I don't start nothing. I'll respond, but I won't start it. But then I started seeing, so me and him do that. It goes viral. We start trending on TikTok and all that, right? And all of a sudden I see all the other guys saying, oh, I'm a dish Lazy too, so he could make me go viral too. But I was like, nah, it ain't that easy. You know what I'm saying?
After Lazy Boy came to LA untouched, Lefty Gunplay felt some type of way about it and had an issue with Adam 22 for letting Nortes on his platform. He spoke about his frustration on an interview.
You want to talk about some real shit? I don't like all these Norteños coming down here. I don't. Straight up. I'll say it how I say it. I don't give a f. I'm gonna say it. Gives a f. That shit ain't cool with me, dog. It's not. I don't like it. It bothers me. That's all I gotta say. It bothers me. It bothers the f out of me. That shit bothers me, dog. Like, I don't like all these fools coming down here.
So you don't feel like that they would embrace you up there?
No.
Go up there and do
No. Hell nah. Hell nah. It's like, I just don't agree with that shit. I don't agree with the no jumper shit. the way that they're bringing them over here, I'm cool off that. And y'all did a diss track, but they did like 7 or 8. I did one back. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. It's like, and they're trying to pin it on me, man. Like I'm the one that's doing this. But nah, I'm not. It is what it is. I don't like it, and I'm not okay with it. I gotta figure it out.
Little Weirdo just made a diss track too, right? Him and Lazy Boy been going back and forth.
Who? Him and who?
Lazy Boy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the name. I think.
That fool's something else, man. Shout out to Weirdo, man. But yeah, the dude, that fool's something else, man. I be seeing what the he be talking about. Him, all them dudes. I'm cool off. I'll say it, I heard Rico2Smoove came down here to LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard he came down here to LA. I was in Utah, like, but I really want to talk to Adam 22 and just be like, what's going on with this, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if they're going to treat me the same way, I can't go up north to go do a Thizzler cypher. Why the f you get to come down south to do a no jumper 22? Why the f ain't I tripping with my homeboys? You know what I'm saying? Why am I not going where they're 100 deep with the essays and f***ing with your shit? It's just, I'm out here tripping. I don't want them down here. I don't want to go up there either, but I don't want them down here.
Was that the main cause for you and Adam kind of having some back and forth going?
I don't got a problem with Adam. I just got a problem with what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't realize what the f he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And just the way he's f***ing with the money flow. That's all I gotta say. He's f***ing with my money flow. With everybody's money flow down here. Like if I f***ing allowed it, like if I didn't know that he was gonna go that day, like if I f***ing knew that homeboy was gonna go to no jumper that day, you don't think I would've went over there with 100 motherfuckers over there and parked in the front?
Norte rapper from Santa Rosa, Bandz from the Rose, did a no jumper interview where he spoke about Lefty Gunplay. He challenged Lefty Gunplay to a rap cypher battle and a fight for money. Also mentioned that Lefty Gunplay was messaging Gold-Toast trying to get signed to his label and to do business with them.
But I'm ready to put my money up against it on some cypher shit.
Oh, I like that idea.
I mean, that's just how I rock. I be putting my money where my mouth is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You know, I'm just saying, you know, I don't like to just say nothing.
10 bands on.
Shit, I might have to keep it true blue and put some money on Lefty Gunplay if we're going to have a cypher, though.
Man,
bruh, I'll eat that up.
Man, come on. I got 10 for you.
That's my boy from back in the day.
Who?
Bring it.
Lefty.
You just met that
Adam, I need that 10 bands. Run it.
Lefty, quit playing, bruh.
We did some time together.
Quit playing, my I'll chew that up and spit him out, nigga.
Damn, lyrically.
Oh, God.
Lyrically, yeah.
And I'll beat that ass. Physically. I'll walk you like a dog.
We could do another 10 on that.
Damn.
In the boxing. So we'll do 10 in the boxing ring, 10 in cypher. I got it right now. What we doing?
10 bands on the cypher, nigga. 10 bands on a boxing match. I'll walk you like a dog, nigga.
Right.
You know?
Friendly. Okay.
Oh, God.
As long as it's friendly.
Nah, it's business. It's money involved.
Let's get some money.
Right.
It's money involved. I'll treat that like a little ass boy.
I don't know. Lefty goes hard. I might have to invest in my boy.
That nigga, bro, invest in that nigga. Put your money up. I'd love to take your money.
I need a couple dollars right now.
I might have to.
Come on, bro. I'm not mad at niggas, bro. Like, I'm not mad at Lefty, nigga. I seen his shit. I watched his little Eminem freestyle. I was like, okay, this nigga kind of cool for a motherfucker, you feel me? So I'm like, he not bad, you feel me? But when it comes to this shit, though, you can't fuck with me and my niggas, period. Nigga, none of my niggas are up north, you feel me? That's, nigga, on God, nigga, you can't fuck with me and my niggas, bro. We do this too crazy, nigga. We too saucy, nigga. We too ill. We set trends, nigga. We trailblazers. You feel me, nigga? Follow our shit, my nigga.
You support all this? You support this
Look at
campaign he's running here?
Man, everybody's good, but you know, our flavor, we got a good flavor.
We got
good
flavor, my nigga.
I support all my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston. I'm a Frisco cat.
Frisco,
you know what I'm saying? I got love for LA. And I support all my Latinos. I'm here to build opportunities, resources, and put everybody on the map.
So
That's
you're
what I
trying to be inclusive and bring everybody together.
Everybody do their thing.
But you're surrounded by a lot of people that are kind of trying to divide.
I'm from Northern California. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let everybody do their thing, but my goal, when you come across gold toes, I'm gonna help us get to the top.
Not too long after the No Jumper interview with Bandz, Lefty Gunplay drops a disc called Blueprint, where he mentions Lazy Boy, Rico2Smoove, and responds to Bandz from the Rose and Gold Toes over the No Jumper interview. Lefty Gunplay also said in the diss that it was the other way around and Gold Toes wanted to sign him. This would start a whole back and forth with a few Norte rappers and a few Southside rappers. Bandz from the Rose clapped back with a vicious diss to Lefty Gunplay called The Frank Story, where he not only dissed the hell out of Lefty Gunplay, but he went to his hood and filmed the whole video out there. Bandz from the Rose went to the same liquor store that Lefty Gunplay goes to on his music video and even filmed in front of his mother's house. Bandz was only too deep out in Lefty's hood filming a diss to him in broad daylight. The music video did big numbers on YouTube, reaching over 1 million within a couple weeks. Lefty didn't respond to Bandz with another diss, but he did another interview where he responded to Bandz from the Rose accepting his fate. He also spoke about Bandz from the Rose's diss and spoke his frustration about him dissing his mother.
But I don't give a f what they say. Like I'm not gonna sell out, and I got a problem with to the day that I die. You know what I'm saying? And one day I'm gonna see him at a concert. I feel like that's just the way it is. But I got a problem with him, and I'll never drop the beef. And there's some things you just can't do.
The whole
disrespecting my half off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But F anything else, like just that part.
Got serious. That fool could literally get paid nothing, and you could get paid 5 million to do a song.
That's his best song.
And it would still benefit him more than it would benefit
That's his
you.
best song though. That's his best song where he's talking about me, because everybody wants to see what the about. I got a lot of, I'm just gonna leave it at this. I got a lot of phone calls from the pen, you know what I'm saying, from my people, and they're just like, we want to make sure no innocent people get hurt, you know what I'm saying, leave it at rap. But that shit was very disrespectful, dog, because
that part.
You bring somebody's mom into it, like I'm tripping, fool, like for a long time, and I get all these messages like, you're not gonna go back. I'm not gonna go back when you tell me to go back. When I want to go clap back, I'm gonna clap back. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making this for pop. By me talking about him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like 10K for a cypher, give me 50K for a cypher, we'll run that fade right now. Give me 50K for the fade and we'll run it right now. 25,000 for a fade, 10,000. You bum. You're a bum. 50,000, I'll run a fade right now. Dead homies, I will. 50,000, I'll run a fade right now. Security, everybody, everything's all set up. Give me 50 bands and I'll run a fade with him. Pay-per-view that shit, I'll beat that fool up, dog. On the set, I'll stop getting high and work out and beat that fool's ass in like 30 days.
We gotta set it up.
30 days. Man, tell Gold Toes I said 50 bands for the fade. Gold Toes, run that shit up. And
You
Gold Toes,
tell him.
I never try to sign with, hey, one last thing, I never try to sign with you, Gold Toes. You try to sign me, dog. You try to sign me, my boy. I was chilling in my pad before I signed with OTR, and he called me. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to sign me. And I said, let me think about it real quick. I remember at that time I called Benji Roll, like, man, and I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. So for him saying that, I'm trying to say, like, yeah, I'm keeping it respectful, big dog and all that. Yeah, because he's older. I'm keeping it respectful on that tip. You know what I'm saying? But I never signed with mother. I could have signed with him like the rest of these weenie ass signed with him. I ain't a sellout. I could never do that. I wouldn't be Lefty Gunplay if I did that.
OG LA rapper Big Hit did an interview with Lefty Gunplay saying that he spoke to Bandz and he squashed the beef between Bandz and Lefty. But Lefty went on another interview saying that he didn't mean none of that and that he's still tripping on Bandz. Norte rapper from San Jose, Lazy Boy, clapped back at Lefty Gunplay with the diss called Bluebird, where he also dissed Little Weirdo, Chito Ranas, and Bozo. Lazy Boy disses Chito Ranas' best friend Jalisco without saying his name in the song. Lazy Boy also raps that he didn't diss Lefty Gunplay in the past, which Lefty Gunplay claimed on a video. The song Bluebird was definitely a Bay Area hit and has reached almost 1 million views independently. The reason Lazy Boy dissed Bozo was because Bozo went on Camp Capone to do an interview and randomly dissed him for coming down to LA to do an interview with No Jumper. Bozo also had an issue with OG Sureño rapper Baldacci for not pushing an issue and tripping on the Frisco OG Gold Toes when he went out to LA to shoot a music video with Jenny 69. Baldacci is an OG Sureño from Florencia 13 that linked with Gold Toes that day of the music video to show his respect to Gold Toes and welcoming him to LA without any issues. Bozo was not happy about Baldacci for keeping it respectful and friendly with Gold Toes.
Recently brought his first Northerner.
Oh yeah,
No Jumper.
The other side, but yeah, he brought that goofy ass fool in there, man. You know, drama sells, right? It's like you know, you want to bring the opposition, and you want to create the good guy and the villains, you know what I'm saying? Always, because it makes for good drama, you know what I mean? So I think that he brought the you know, that dude up there, man, and he brought the wrong one, you know what I'm saying? Like if he's gonna bring somebody up there, he needs to bring somebody with poise, man, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that can handle that type of pressure and handle that type of calling, you know what I'm saying? Like, little dude didn't know what he was talking about, you know what I mean? He went up there nervous, you could tell, you know what I'm saying? Body language says a lot about a person, you know what I'm saying? All I saw was uncertainty in his eyes, man, and the shit he was saying, and you know, the topics they were bringing up, like, it was an attempt to stir and maybe have a lot of us after on IG, like, oh, dude, good, but, you know, like I've said it before, man, like, we've defeated that side a long time ago, you know what I mean? So to us, they come this way because they need this way. You understand what I'm saying? It's like when you ain't popping, dog, in your city, like, you know, when it ain't moving in your city, you gotta go where it is popping, you know what I mean? Because we don't leave LA, we don't leave Cali. We don't leave the southern side of Cali when we have to make our moves, you know? Like, where we're from and what we do will always be the mecca of gangsterism and gangbanging, you know what I'm saying? Like, the south side established this shit, and forever we will be the face of it, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool, man, you know? It's cool that the G Leagues want to come to the major leagues, dog, but, you know, they ain't got no Kobe over there, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no LeBrons over there, you know what I mean? So that's why they come on our side to try and you know, try and garnish that respect, you know what I mean, and that admiration, you know, but they ain't never gonna happen, dog. I mean, that's an old story. It's a book that everybody's read, you know what I mean? And I mean, I don't get offended by it, you know what I mean? It's part of the game, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta bring somebody that can let their nuts hang, man, you know what I mean? And have something to say at least, so.
Also, Gotos.
Yeah.
He shot the music video down here.
Yeah, he shot the music video down here, man. It was a pretty, you know, it was a big deal, right? Like, it seemed like it was a big deal. It seemed like it was a hidden message, but once again, dog, you know, like another goofball, you know, and it's unfortunate because he's a grown man, you know? He's older than me, you know what I'm saying? And you would think that with that type of experience and longevity in the game that he's had, he would have worried more about, you know, bringing talent to the table and a product that's worth viewing, instead of, you know, trying to, I don't know, insult us or try to let his nuts hang where he can't, you know what I mean? It was a failed attempt, you know? Jenny 69 ain't nobody, you know what I mean? Like, she's just a overrated, glamorized slut, you know what I mean? If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, to come down here, man, and then, you know, like Baldacci got drug into it, you know what I'm saying? He did a cameo, you know, and I spoke to him about it, and he was like, look, bro, like, it wasn't like that, you know what I mean? I wasn't invited. I pulled up. When I pulled up, I saw what was going on, so I felt like I should show face, you know what I mean? And let it be known that, like, one of us was present, you know what I mean? And unfortunately for him, though, the homies ain't trying to hear that, you know? The homies want to see him slap the at somebody, especially with such a menacing face and name behind himself. It's like, when you're the face of LA, what do you think, dog? You think about a monstrous gangbanger, you know what I mean? So his gentleman-like way of dealing with things didn't really resonate the way that he was hoping to, you know what I mean? And it is what it is, you know what I mean? I don't hold it against him, you know? I get it, you know? He's a grown man, and he was trying to show maturity, you know what I'm saying? But streets ain't trying to see no maturity, man. The streets want to see the opposite of that, you know? Especially when it's us against them, you know what I mean? They want to see blood, you know what I mean, run through the streets, you know? As they should.
After the music video of Gotos, Baldacci was catching heat over it, so he spoke on his Instagram saying he has no hate for Nortes. Southsiders definitely had changed their styles in these new days, and some feel that they are copying the Norte swag, from lingo to dressing to rapping a certain way on certain beats. Northerners have their own style because they come from a whole different planet than Sureños. Black and brown people are raised together in Northern California, and they have never been segregated, having race wars like they do in Southern California. Even in the 90s, Goldtoe started his label Black and Brown Entertainment that showed the unity with black and brown people in the Bay Area. In Northern California, they always had their own identity and never always been choloed out, from the way they talk to the way they dress. For years, the Sureños would say that the Nortes are wannabe blacks in Northern California. The reason why they would say this is because it wasn't rare to see a Northerner with gold teeth or or dressed in some fly drip and not always fitted in some Dickies or Cortez. The blacks and Latinos come from the same culture in Northern California. That's what made such a difference between the North and the South. But lately in these new days, things have changed in Southern California. Sureño rapper Peso even said in interviews that he separated himself from the LA sound and picked up the North flow after being inspired by rappers like Mozzie.
I kind of like separated myself from the LA sound though, and everybody could agree with that. Like I don't sound like a LA rapper.
Right.
Like I picked up the North flow.
That's how you would define it?
Yeah, for sure.
Who's the rappers that you listen to that you think actually influence your flow?
Mozzie. For sure.
Yeah, that is kind of your flavor. It's like a young ass Mozzie.
Yep, and I already got 2 songs with him too.
Even rappers like Phoenix Flexin and OGZ from Shoreline Mafia adopted the Northern Cali sound. Sacramento rapper Rico2Smoove spoke about this topic on an interview.
Doing a Southerner recently, and he said that one of his issues with up north is he feels like the Mexicans up north basically dress like black dudes. The music is more like black dudes, and to him that is not necessarily indicative of being like proud of your own race.
Being proud of the race.
And even like the N-word thing, which I actually thought was a decent point. Like if you're really all about your race, why are you out here saying a word that is like obviously correlated with the black race?
Yeah, nah, he had a point, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I would expect that response from a person like that if you're from out here. And if this is really all you know, I'm not gonna hold you accountable for that, because this is what you know. And this is what you see from over there. Our shit was already rooted, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even want to say rooted, because we have that deep Chicano culture. If you look back into, you know what I'm saying, the 70s and the 60s, and the only thing that happened with us is that we looked at the style as like, we're not gonna be ashamed of it, but it's time to evolve. So a lot of us really kind of like mixed the 2 cultures in both. Because a lot of us had neighborhoods where we grew up in where it was blacks right there. And we didn't funk with these niggas out there, you feel me? It was more like we all kicked it. They struggling, they thugging, nigga, we thugging on the block too. Like, we had a mutual understanding. Will we fight? Hell yeah. There might be a couple of little bang outs or whatever, but for the most part, it was never super racial like that, where it was like, them is Mexicans and woo woo. Like, everybody knows, especially where I come from, Sacramento, it's a melting pot. So you got every color in that bitch. But that go back to what I was saying originally, saying is that we formed the 2 cultures together, you feel me? And we felt like that was the only way to really evolve, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, those are our deep roots, but we're with these niggas 24/7, you feel me? And we ain't funking with these like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? We know now that now that time has evolved and shit doesn't change. A lot of the black and Mexican funk ain't as like super like how it was. But like I said, I was in YA, so I seen how it was. They used to call me all types of N-words and all types of shit. So I'm like, you can't tell me anything about anything, because any of my people, we go up in there and shit, like we was mostly cool with the blacks. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the homies, I want to say this too. When I say we evolving, I want to say like Sacramento and Bay Area and Stockton and places like in the closer Central Valley area. As you get closer to like deep Central Valley, like Fresno and Porterville and Visalia, they barely started evolving too. So I would say they had like a little standoffish too, because certain homies would go get locked up and they'd be like, you fools are from Sac? Like, you're from the Bay? And you could tell we're different, you feel me? Like, I guess we're the ones that really had that like multilingual type going on. So even them being from Tulare County or whatever the case may be, and them still being homies, they still had a problem with it at first too. But like I said, as time went on, you feel me, we're evolving, you know what I'm saying? Like, in music, if we want to rap, and we got to have some type of sauce. Can't just be all hella stiff, super serio. Like, that's just facts. Because nobody really wants to listen to that shit. And that's one of the main reasons why you see a lot of their artists is evolving. Is because they recognize that. So the whole thing is like, you're saying that, but your younger homies are out here evolving with us. So what is the beef about? Get at your little niggas. They're saying nigga a lot evident now. They're not as racist as it was. They're rapping on Northern Cali beats. They're coming with a little sauce. They don't wear super dickies, choloed up.
Speaking about Rico2Smoove, he also did a Chito Ranas diss and filmed the whole music video in Hout Park, which is Chito's hood. In the intro of the song, he plays the news from the Jalisco murder in San Jose.
How we gon' catch you when your ass don't even be in state? You out the way up in LA thinking you a hella ball. Stepped out of bounds thinking he's safe, they did him hella cold.
Sureño rapper Rowdy Rag said in an interview that if he ever worked with a Norte, it would be Rico2Smoove. But Rico respectfully declined over the politics. Nortes and Sureños spread it all over the United States. They are heavily in states like Colorado. Sureño rapper Little Travieso from Colorado Springs was coming up big in 2022, gaining tons of views on his music videos. His come up came really fast in the rap scene. Little Travieso and his hood were beefing with the Nortes from his city. He would express his hate for Norteños in his music, dissing them in almost every song. Little Travieso would even come to Southern California, tapping in and doing music with Sureño rappers like Swifty Blue. But when you're coming up big in rap, still gangbanging, dissing your ops, all it does is put even a bigger target on your back. Your enemies definitely don't want to see you become rich and make your gang even more powerful. In music videos, Travieso would always show his hood and the exact area he would be at multiple times with an address and the name of street signs showing. This was a big mistake because it was showing where you can easily find Travieso. In a music video, he even showed his lowrider vehicle he personally owned and drove himself. Although Travieso's rap career was doing very well at the time, the unfortunate would happen. On July 16, 2022, Colorado Springs police would receive a call at 10:47 p.m. of reports of a shooting at a El Moro Mobile Park in the Pikes Peak area. Upon arrival, officers found a man with at least one gunshot wound. Life-saving measures were provided to the victim by police and medical personnel, but he succumbed to his injuries, passing away. The victim was identified as 19-year-old Santiago Galleros of Colorado Springs, also known as rap artist Lil Travieso. Till this day, the murder is unsolved, and the law enforcement agency is offering a reward up to $10,000 for anonymous information, leading up to an arrest of anyone responsible for the crime. It was noticed that Lil Travieso was shot and killed in his own hood, in an area he would always do music videos at. He was also killed in his own car he showed in his music videos. It is said and believed that allegedly the Norte gang that he was beefing with is who caught him lacking. This situation just shows that this Norte and Sureño gang rivalry goes further past California. Will we ever see a Norte and a Sureño work on a song together? You just never know how things are changing. But of right now, I don't see that happening. Anyways, I'm going to end it there. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out. Thank you to all my true supporters. And until next time, I'm out.